Hello everyone, it's Steve of the Sense of Fidelity YouTube channel. Just want to say hi and thank you for everything you guys have ever done for me. Just want to give you an update on this past weekend because I did the People's Fair here in Denver, Colorado. And just letting you know what happened because I know some of you guys aren't on the Facebook page or my personal Facebook page, but I'll put some of the photos up after this. Everything that went on, but the People's Fair down there is basically like a big pagan celebration. Who's who of who hates us is there. You walk in and you'll see the Messianic Jews next to the LGBT, next to Planned Parenthood, who literally was right next to Nabral, who was literally next to Democrats today. All three of them were right next to each other. Who's next to the Freedom from Religion Atheist table, next to the Communists of Denver, across from Libertarian Party. Around the block was, on our block was, we were in the middle of the area. Across from us was the trans group. Next to a couple weird, I don't know what constitutional groups they were, but on our side, we were to the right. We had the vegans. Next to them, to their right, was ACLU. Next to them was the Islamic tent, who gave away tons of Qurans. More on that later. To our left was Scientology, and to their left was the Masons, who I missed out when they came up to our tent. So we had, by the first 2 hours on Saturday, we had two people come up and yell at me for being there. One was a former Catholic. She let it go. We had about 10 that first day. 10 on Saturday come up and just trash us at the table. 2 on Sunday, so it came down a little bit. But yeah, apparently then we had a charismatic guy come up. We had a young girl at our table, wanted to pray on her. So right when I didn't know about what was going on, my wife kind of kicked me in the back to let me know because I was talking to another guy. Told me what was going on. I said, "Hey, boy, watch out!" She was kind of turned me into the bouncer of the tent. And right when he put his hands on her, I kind of pushed him into the next tent. Didn't know what was going on until afterwards, but. We had some good stories. We had a couple guys come up that, missed the traditional mass. Quite a few come up and pointed at the landmass magazines on my table, and people they send me extras, so I just give them away. And they said, "I wished I was here." And told them, "Yeah, we got 10 minutes away." But a lot of rosaries. We probably passed out about 200 miraculous medals, about the same on St. Benedict's medals, about 100 holy face medals. A few hundred rosaries with tracts on how to pray them. On Sunday, we had this guy named Freddie. Keep this guy in your prayers. He just got out of jail, and he came up to our tent because he read, of all things, Laudato Si, he says, and I guess there's a part of it on the Eucharist. I haven't read it yet. But he said that moved him to want to pursue the Catholic Church and came up. We're talking, a guy with, as one of the priests talks about, if you look at him, would you push him away as the prodigal, son's brother would? But he comes up with tattoos on his face. Not so much that he didn't know what race he was, but tattoos all over him, face, arms, cheek, all that. What was interesting in confession was sincere in talking about that. He talked to my wife about that for a while. She gave him a rosary, taught him how to pray it, and she introduced him to me, and we invited him to mass, gave him a mass schedule, told him I'd pick him up if he needed it. So keep that guy in your prayers. Freddie, I couldn't tell you his last name. He's got all our info. And another lady came up after, a wife, mother of 3. Her husband hates the church, but she was born Catholic and is forced to go to some Protestant sect or whatever. And she was asking, what can I do? She was talking to my wife again, and they were drawn to her this week on Sunday. Everyone that hated us came to me. All the good stories came from her. So anyways, we gave her a rosary. I told her about the Felix and Elizabeth de Jor story. St. Monica, just told her to keep praying, be the St. Monica of your house. Who knows what will happen? As long as you're praying, you're going to win. So she took a rosary. She stayed at the table for about 45 minutes. Medals, tracts, all that. She was a pleasure to talk to. So we packed up, and we saw all these Qurans walking by, because everyone, like I said, the Muslims had all these Qurans that were passing out. They were well funded. They had a good tent, little kids out there passing everything out. There's plenty of unlimited supply of Qurans, it seems like. So one of the guys came up to the tent, and we had a nice spirited conversation. There was one line that I asked him, said, hey, what would Muhammad do, right? He goes, yeah. And we started talking about that, and I said something about, well, you do know he married a 9-year-old, and he got mad because I got it wrong. He goes, no, she was 6. All right, thanks. Sorry, I misspoke. But we talked for about 30 minutes until he finally left because he kept talking about how peaceful it was before the Catholics went on crusades. I told him a little bit about Lepanto, how Cyrus was so peaceful with them skinning everyone and killing them before we came over and put their navy to the bottom of the Mediterranean. So anyway, we're leaving, we're packing up, and I asked the wife, hey, let's go get a snow cone before we leave. They had some big snow cones, they're cheap, and they're really good. So we're walking around, and everyone's already leaving. So the Muslim tent, we're passing them, and the girl asked, hey, would you like a tract on this? So me being me, I figured I'd go ahead and just be me and told him, hey, do you have a tract on Lepanto? Because I'm interested in the navy that's sitting on the bottom of the Mediterranean right about now. And so that opened up one of the other guys heard it. So about 4 of them we started talking too, and I was asked for about 15 minutes for them to give me one miracle that Muhammad, and I would say the false prophet. I said that about 5 or 6 times just to poke at them a little bit. They didn't do anything about it. Give me one miracle that the false prophet did, and they couldn't name anything besides apparently the Quran. I didn't know the Quran was a quote unquote miracle of his, but I would tell them that's something I could do at Kinko's. Anyway, I said, give me something else. Told him about Guadalupe, Lanciano, Fatima. One guy was listening. We'll see how any fruit comes out of that. But yeah, we went at it for about 30, 40, maybe 50 minutes. I lost count of time because we were just going back and forth. I wanted to see what got to them and all. They're trying to do some kind of a neighborhood friendly program or something that it's, stage 1 of jihad, get everyone to like you. They were blowing a lot of tequila up everyone's, what. But anyways, I couldn't let them go throughout the day without taking a couple jabs at those guys. So anyway, the photos are going through right now on what it looked like. God bless everyone that's helped me out. You guys, all that, like I said, all the extras went into getting sacramentals and making this thing better because I'm not getting help from anybody else. So this is our program basically. And got another one this weekend in Colorado Springs we're going down to. And I just got a free table with the Denver Catechetical Program conference. I'm going to bring a table and promote the YouTube channel and other things, like sell some of Father Rippiter books and Ryan Grant stuff as well. But if you guys have any ideas, hey, feel free to shoot them at me, send me a line, whatever. Figure out something to do. Operation Convert the World, right? God bless. Talk to you guys later.